So the first thing on the practice final, okay, is number one is this plane, right? It's asking you whether it's coplanar or not, right? So you have this plane, and they call it plane R, okay? And plane R, just so you know, is different than plane E, okay? So they have this another plane of existence, okay, going through, and it's crossing at this line, okay? So when two planes intersect, it creates a line. And this line, they have this plane P, of course, okay? And they have these points of B, D, and A. Then they have F up here. So that's F and C and E, okay, and G and I and H, and they want to ask you if it is coplanar, okay? And they say 3 points that are coplanar. I'll change that to 4, okay? I always want to see 4 points, because any 3 points are always coplanar. So change that to 4 points. I don't like the way the book asks for 3. Okay, so we want 4 coplanar points. That means all 4 points need to be on one plane. Okay, you do not want them to be 3 points that are what we call collinear. Okay, so we do not want B, D, and A. It's okay to have D. It's okay to have A, but we want the other 2 points off of a line. Does that make sense? Okay, so that they're not collinear. Because any collinear points, right, are going to be able to be cut by another plane. Any plane, doesn't matter. See how that piece of paper can go through it in any angle? So any 3 collinear points are going to be coplanar all the time. They'll always be coplanar. Okay, collinear is always coplanar because you can draw it on a line. If you can draw it on a line, you can draw it on a board. Does that make sense? So, that's the whole thing of being coplanar. But remember, on your test, I might ask you what's non-coplanar, right? So, non-coplanar okay, that might have to do with 4 points not on one plane. So those 4 points would be 2 points on a plane. Okay, so you could choose G and you could choose F. Then you could need to choose 2 points on a different plane. So you could choose E and C. And that would be the difference between non-coplanar, okay, C, F, E, and G, and coplanar, which would be on one plane, F, D, A, and G. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. That's number 1. Problem number 1. Okay.